Now 6:46, parents throughout the Coachella Valley are preparing for virtual learning as the first day of school approaches. But some local schools are still planning for in-person instruction even during the pandemic. News Channel 3's Shelby Nelson explains why and what it'll look like.
So many of us have been curious to see what it's going to look like when schools reopen and students are integrated back into classrooms. Are they going to be smaller? Are desks going to be separated? Well, Palm Valley School in Rancho Mirage is giving me a first-hand look at what they're doing.
Children do not flourish at home online. That's very, very clear, but that we're trying to balance that safety.
A situation unlike any other, and Palm Valley school leaders are taking the task head on.
There are so many logistics that you have to rethink in a pandemic situation.
Dr. Stephen Sherman, head of school at Palm Valley, says they're still aiming to have students fill these seats on the first day of classes.
Well, first and foremost, no one can guarantee 100% safety. We'll do our best.
Preparations for the school year are well underway, but in order for in-person instruction to happen here, Riverside County will need to be off the state's monitoring list for 14 consecutive days. The real concern so many have is how to safely return to school in a pandemic.
The classroom itself has stayed the same, but the components of the classroom. We will have physical distancing, we'll have masks, we'll have temperature check.
Plus the flexibility to learn here, at home, and the option to do both.
We will be here physical, on campus, with all students, but synchronously we'll also be instructing our online students.
Sherman says because of the smaller student-to-teacher ratio, they'll be able to follow state and CDC guidelines to allow in-person instruction. All electives will still be available like music class, but with some changes. Seats will be separated and students will be required to wear face coverings while singing. The private school offers education from nursery up to 12th grade. Younger students won't need to wear masks, but safety is still a priority.
And we're actually going to be using trays, so each child will have their own tray with the activity that they're doing, and when they're done with the activity, it's going to be placed on the side and it's going to be sanitized before it goes back out.
Parents like Brianna Jordan are counting on these educators to keep their kids healthy and safe.
My husband and I are both considered essential workers, and so we have to, have her go somewhere. For me, it's not a no-risk option, but it's a low-risk option.
In Rancho Mirage, Shelby Nelson, News Channel 3.
Again, the in-person education is only allowed in California for counties that have been off the state's monitoring list for 14 consecutive days. There's still a chance classes will need to be held online only, but school authorities tell us they are prepared for that too.